Hi Soul Family. So today we're doing our reading from the Ruby Slipper. My landlord freaking rocks, man. He's been saying to me for a long time, you need to get out in the canoe. You haven't been out there in over a year. And I'm like, yeah, it needs to be cleaned out. It's really dirty. I get down here, look at this. It's totally cleaned out. Gotta be pretty grateful when you're around somebody who likes things clean like you do. So, oh wow, did you see that fish jump right out of the water like that? That was pretty freaking cool. I mean, I had it right here, so you had to have seen that jump out. Right when I said it's pretty cool to be around someone who's clean like you. Fish jumps out of the water. Funny. Oh, and across the way, if I had gone live, I'd be able to zoom in and out. And I can't because I haven't gone live, so I have to like turn it around. Over on the other side there on the dock are a whole bunch of cormorants. And the cormorant, I've spoken about before, is a bird that is used by others as a fisherman. They are sent down to collect fish, but before they're sent down, they put a ring around their neck. And the ring prevents them from swallowing the fish. So they do the work for the fishermen, but they don't get to keep what they work for. So it's basically telling you to stop working for other people and that take. Stop allowing people to overtake what you have worked so hard for and keep for themselves. Free yourselves from that. And I like the fact that the cormorants are all sitting up on the dock. They're not working for anyone. They're like, screw you. We're working for ourselves. And right now we're working to enjoy ourselves. Today is Sunday and we're enjoying our day off. Hopefully they don't work for other people. These ones don't. Hopefully they don't represent others that are just finally given a day off. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, 1, keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts focused on the positive, right? Because the universe is just taking a snapshot of what you're thinking about as you create your future. Do you like what you're creating? If not, uplift your thinking. Change your thinking. Change your stinking thinking. And, I want to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. They're all going to go for a little spin now. Heading off. There's one that's lighter than all the rest. Must be the female amongst all of these. How interesting. I've never seen one that color. She's very, very pale. Actually, there's 2 that are that color. The other ones are all black. And these ones are white in the front with gray. They must be the females. I know you guys can't see much, but if I am to get closer, you might be able to watch them all take off. See the lighter female? Can you see her? I'm going to turn actually because I don't want them to have to leave. It's okay, you guys. You don't have to go. I'll go. Oh, one goes and they all go. That was the lead one. See, that was interesting. When that one went, there's only one going. I don't want to go. I kind of like it right here. Good for you. Don't follow the lemmings. There you go. Make up your own mind. I like that. I like that one cormorant that decided to stay. He's like, no, I don't have to do what they say. I don't have to go where they go. I'm going to go do my own thing. I like that a lot. Okay, so there's another totem that I saw. And I'm going to be just talking to you guys as I row along until I get to the place that I like to read. And see if they show up. There were white geese. And we don't see the geese down here too much. They're usually up at the party beach. That makes sense to me. They're the partiers, they're the druggers. These ones have come visiting over here. And the goose totem talks about goose people generally do a lot for their family. They like those cormorants, right? The ones that are that they all had to go. One said go, the leader said go, so they had to go, right? Except for that one who's still sitting there, which I really like. So the goose totem is basically, they feel obligated to do what their family wants or work for their family, or they make their family, and I'm not talking about like this is your family, like your mom, I mean, you or the husband or the wife, of course you work for your family. I'm talking about extended family. They feel obligated to care for their extended family. And the message to Goose is you need to ask yourself and really examine if what you're doing because you want to do it, or you're doing it because it's what your family wants you to do. Like those cormorants, right? They all took off. When the lead guy went, they all went, except for that one who decided, I don't want to do that. That's not my path. That's not my calling. I'm not happy. I'm happy here. I don't have to go over there just because you are all going there. So that's a message that Goose and Cormorant are both bringing forward today. There's a lot of other messages to Goose Totem. We can talk about that. Actually, I'll post that on my on the reading. See that little green tree? That's where I used to pull my canoe in. The water's up really high again. And then there was a place down there. Wow, they've built a dock house. This used to be Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove is what I called it. And I met the gentleman who has the Peter Pan lookout. He's got the Peter Pan's Captain Hook's kind of landing, I called it. And he said there's a lady that's cleaning out this area. She's thinking of building a house here, and she's going to first build her dock house and then build the house. Well, the dock house has already been built. Man, a lot's been going on since I've been here. So I don't know if I'll be able to go into Dreaming with Dragonfly Cove. That mallard's got business to take care of. Yesterday was a intense reading, right? I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. Wasn't sure if I was going to post it, but I've done that a couple times, you know, not posted it when the message has been actually quite aggressive, and then I thought, you know what, I've got to. I can't like not post something because it's not fun to hear. Isn't this pretty? So I released it this morning, and I thought, you know, because I had a lot of toxic energy that attached to me, unfortunately, and I had just been too nice, right? I had just been too wanting to be loving and too wanting to see the best, and allowed them to get in too close, and by the time I caught it, I had been infected with their toxic energy. What's cool about this guy's property is the owls live on his property. And he's a mirror, this guy, and his entire family. Jesse lives over there. His daughter lives on one side. His son lives on another side. He's the grandpa with the lake property. He's worried about Jesse, thinking he's not going to make it. Something. And the great horned owl, I've been sitting in this cove before and looked up, and oh wow, they've really cleaned this out. And the great horned owl was roosting in the trees right there. They really have. They've cut down a lot of my trees. Wow. They've cleaned out everything. Guess they're putting a house in. Man, time marches on, right? So none of this was here. That wasn't there. That boathouse wasn't there. They pulled all of this dirt way back, which is good. They cleaned all this out. Except for they took away all of the bulrushes. He said he was going to plant some over there because he didn't want them to be gone. That's sad for me. This was Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove, and this is usually six feet above where the water line is. Like it stands up, and we're right on the water, so the water's quite high right now. So that's where she's going to be building her house, and this used to be Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove. This used to be my cove. How sad. Well, we get to do our reading here today. And look at this. This is how I grew up, playing with those kind of tractors in the dirt. That's my idea of fun. Who do we have up there talking to us? So let's get over to this palm tree. That's really sad. They knocked the palm tree down. Wow. I guess they're trying to save it. They're going to try and save it. So the owls roost up in the tree there. There's actually a pair that live here on this property. It's pretty cool. Oh, there I see the bird right up above me. I wonder what that is. All right, you guys. So we're here. I'll turn this around. That looked like a peregrine falcon. I just heard it was. Wow. Okay, so that's another totem messenger for us. I've never heard them cry like that. That's interesting. Probably devastated because this has all been torn away. And where's my land? Right? Where am I? Where did I used to roost here? I had all these. God, all of the animals have been displaced. Interesting. So the falcon talks about victory. It's a symbol of victory. It's very upset. All right, so I'm going to see where we float. We're going to start our messages. And we're working with 2 different decks today. We're working with the Spirit of the Animal Oracle, which is actually what this used to look like. Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove. It used to look like this in here. It doesn't anymore. I'm so sad. So sad. It's all gone. Can't stop progress. Okay. Oh, and there's a white dove that just came down, walking down to the water. Do you see her? She's coming down to take a drink. Peace and harmony, prophecy, soulmate connection. There's her partner. What a beautiful property. So we have the dove. We have the cormorants. We have the goose, although the geese are hiding out. They're over there. They're hiding out. I say good because it was the geese people that infected me with their energy. I don't want to see them, so I'm glad they're hiding out. I wouldn't mind seeing the owl. I've actually seen the owls in the daytime. Let's go under this bridge. Okay. I just wanted to kind of turn so you guys can have something pretty to look at. Oh, they didn't kill all of them. They didn't kill all of them. There's some bulrushes here, so if they allow them to stay, and they will, I just heard they will, they'll come back. They grow quickly. Oh, good. That's good to know. So then the other animals will be able to come back. You know, we can't take them down there. And that's what the gentleman here was saying. He didn't agree with his family. His family wanted him to sell the property so that they could develop it into something big. And he says, I don't want to develop it into anything big. I want to keep the habitat the way it is. And I said, then don't sell. Don't listen to them, you know? He says, it's important to me that, he says, I've been living here many, many years, and I like the animals. And if everybody does that, if everybody builds a property and makes this all a cement walkway, then where are they going to go? I love that about him. Okay, the other deck we're working with is the Faery Oracle. It is actually the wild wisdom of the Faery Oracle. And I like that because I'm wild and free. I like it a lot. So what we're going to work with is the different items that you can choose from are going to be, oh, there's my red hawk. You see her, right? Well, one will be the red hawk. She lives down here. This is where she is. She just went up in that tree. Did you see her? I know it was probably very small. I'm going to zoom in when I go back to edit this. So we choose from the red hawk. We choose from the dove. We'll choose. Hear her talking? So dove has got a big message for us. And we'll choose from the peregrine falcon because the peregrine falcon was very, very noisy. So we have the red hawk, the peregrine falcon, the dove, and I think let's work with that cormorant. That cormorant that wasn't going to follow everybody else. I like that cormorant. That one's wild. Okay? I like that. So let's see if I can move us around a little bit out here so we don't have a view of the dirt. I spoke about this yesterday, how this energy vampire that just keeps coming back, this group, it's actually a family, keeps coming back to try and mess things up in my life. that they're not angels of light. They don't work with the light. They're not team light. They're team dirt. They're team progress, right? They're the ones that want to plow it all down and make money off of it. That's them. They're the dirt people. Okay, they live out in the dirt, in the desert. Okay. Oh, I like this better. Okay. So for those who chose the Red Hawk, we'll start with the Red Hawk because she made herself pretty known just now. And that was pretty freaking cool, man. That was pretty freaking cool, I gotta say. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the Red Hawk. And I did because she's me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Wow, people are waking up and starting the party. Can you hear the music? I mean, that little dove, she's working overtime there, you know, promoting peace and harmony. Talking away. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the Red Hawk. And this is a reverse deck. So, we got it in the upright though. Carry me home. Interesting. Support, time to be carried, allow others to help. I like this a lot. Because I'm in this place. I said that to Spirit. All right, I'm ready. You know, bring it. Where's the divine intervention? Remember we were going to be chosen? Yeah, well, where is it? I'm ready to be chosen. And that's kind of what's going on here. This could be a man or a woman, but you see this man. He's like Peter Pan. Look at his little boots, Peter Pan boots. And he's a nature guy. They're both very connected to the moon, to their intuition, right? And he's saying to her, I know you're tired. Lean on me. I'm going to carry you. Let me carry you for a while. It's been a long time. You've been working hard. And he is not bothered by that. This is not like the cormorant that has been expected to work for others, right? This is somebody who's offering himself. He's offering himself as a sense of support. And she is not afraid of him. And she's not embarrassed to go to him, right? She's not embarrassed at all. She's like, right, I want to lean into you, baby. Hell yeah. Now, this can also be in reverse. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that it's the male that is supporting the female. It is in this picture, but it doesn't have to be. It can be in the opposite. So even in the opposite, if you have the support of a loving female in your life, if you're in the need to have someone help, this is about not being ashamed of allowing someone to help you, not being ashamed of asking for help. And that's actually, I think, one of the messages from Goose. And I think it was, don't be afraid to ask for help. So, I'm trying to row us while I'm doing this, so let me multitask. I'm pretty good at multitasking. So the number 2, everything is happening the way it's meant to happen with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. And the number 7 is, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. So 7 and 2 together are 9, which is telling you that you've got everything you need, light worker. You've got all the tools that you require to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Stop procrastinating, get moving on it, right? So here, does she look embarrassed to be leaning on him? No. Does he look bothered for her to be leaning on him? Nope. And in reverse, if it was a man leaning on a woman, I need your support right now. I've been through a lot. I could sure use a hug. I could sure use a friend. These two are friends. These are best friends. She is not only, I mean, she's just like, I love this. They both are. They've got a look of bliss on their face. And look how strong he is. He's very slim, but he's in good shape, right? I wish this song is. Oh, I can't think of the words right now. I'll get it in a minute maybe. So basically the message is right now, it's time for you to allow another to carry you. It's time for you to allow someone to come and support you, to lift you up and move you further along. Because times in our lives, we get tired. We're over it. We're exhausted, right? We're happy. And it would be really nice if we had someone there to come and support us with our dreams. And even just be there to lean on, right? And Spirit wants us to surrender. Surrender this. Because this is romantic. Look at them. They're more than friends, these ones. So this is what's happening to you. This beautiful, blissfully exhausted woman, she's blissful because look who she's with, right? She's locked in an embrace with the one she loves. So basically Spirit said it's time. It's time for you to surrender to a partner. Allow someone to give you their support, their strength. Allow yourself to feel the trust that these two feel amongst themselves. Because this isn't a one-way dance going on here. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable and let someone support you, you're giving and receiving. You're receiving, but you're allowing him to give, or the opposite, right? It feels good for both, the giving and receiving. So the message that we got, because it's in the upright, is that at this time, it is your time to be carried and supported. So expect somebody, basically, and it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm going to throw all my burdens upon you. It's just, you're there for me. You're my friend. You know, I need a friend, and there you are. So at this time, expect someone to come forward and be this support system for you. Be this love. Be this one who wants to give you a hug. You know? Someone who wants to hear what's going on in your life. Whatever you're worried about, whatever your concerns are, they care. They want to know. They're not asking because they're just killing dead air. They want to know how they can help. It's peaceful. It's soothing to feel that love and support. It's also a challenge to some people. A challenge to actually give in, right? Because I don't need no stinking man. I can do this myself, self-sufficient woman says. I don't need a woman to help me. I can handle myself. I always take care of myself. Yeah, well, Spirit's saying, drop your bullshit. Listen to the dove. Hear her? It's a time of peace. She's saying, I'm here. I'm here. She's about soulmate connection. She's about prophecy. She's about peace and harmony. And that's what's going on. I like that. I like that she came with the Red Hawk message. So now that we're talking to the dove, and she's so... Ooh, I just saw a woodpecker land up there. Man, I love this guy's property. Okay, Woodpecker Totem says there's an opportunity that's going to be coming to you. You're very close to getting what it is that you want. Keep hammering away at it. You're very, very close. There's many messages to Woodpecker also. If you feel like you've been hammering your head against the wall and not getting anywhere, leave it alone for a bit. Let the sap come down, come back later, and allow Spirit to hand it to you. But I got more that because that one showed up next to the dove that's been calling, and we were just talking about the support coming in, there's an opportunity for this. Okay, so I'm going to ask for a message from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Gosh, I hope you guys were able to see that fish jump out of the water. That was pretty cool. I'm sad that the people next door were about to go fishing. I don't like people fishing in our cove. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is a catch and release lake, and I don't like that either. I think that that's really cruel. It has a lot to do with the way people are with others as well. I'm not interested in you, right? I just want to catch you just to prove that I can, and then I'm going to dump you. Catch and release, right? You don't think that hurts somebody, playing with their feelings? You have no interest. It's like that song, you don't want my love, you just want attention. You just want attention, and when I don't give you my attention, you're all over me. But you have no intention of sticking around. You're just there for the conquest, right? That's what that catch and release bullshit is. I don't like it. If you have no intention of sticking around, don't play with somebody's feelings. You hurt them. You hurt them a lot. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the message from the Animal Speak? Or the Spirit of the Animal Oracle? The Dragonfly. And here we are in Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. Well, this Dragonfly Cove, there's been a great transformation that's taken place here, right? It's been completely scooped out and changed. And so things have to change. Maybe it's time to move on from where you are. Things have changed from where you are. And you embrace the change. It's time to move forward. The dragonflies are survivors. You know, there's just a few of those bulrushes left, but they'll survive. They've got a little bit left. A shred. They know how to hold on. The dragonfly asks you to be patient with the process that you're going through. When they are first in the water, they're called nymphs, kind of like fairies. That's why they are fairies, spirits. They live in the water for 2 years as babies, as little nymphs, before they turn into these beautiful dragonflies. It's kind of like, you know, a caterpillar before it turns into a butterfly. So while they're going through that stage, they're crawling on land. You know, they got to dry off before they go to the air. After they come out of the water. There, do you see that great blue heron that went by? Oh my God. All of our totem messengers. The blue heron is the one that dances to its own beat. The one that doesn't follow the crowd. That's the cormorant that doesn't follow the rest of them. The one that doesn't care what everyone thinks. A jack of all trades, master of none. Knows a little of this, little of that, but is able to see an opportunity when others don't. Remember that the woodpecker said there's an opportunity coming? Well, that blue heron person will see that opportunity before anybody else, and they'll dive on it. And not only will they see that opportunity, but they'll be able to make something out of that opportunity. And look, that's a swallow. That's a barn swallow, 2 of them. Barn swallow is a harbinger of hope. Yeah, doing their aerial dance. And the barn swallow talks about what they do is that they play for fun. They dance in the air. They do the moves that they do. There's not a strategic reason for the way that they dance. They just dance for the fun of it. That's part of the barn swallows giving us our message about having fun, just for the fun of it. Just do it for the fun of it. I love all these messengers coming forward. So the dragonfly song right now, I want something more than this semi-charmed kind of life. That's the cormorant that didn't want to follow the crowd. That's the dragonfly that is deciding, you know what, I've gone through this process. I've come out of the water, my emotional waters, I've dried off, my wings have dried off, and I'm ready to take flight. That's what's happening here when the dragonfly comes forward. So the dragonfly, their lifespan is actually quite short. So it represents the need to seize your moments while you can. And the fact that the woodpecker showed up and said that there's an opportunity coming, you need to jump on it, is what they're saying. And the fact that the falcon was singing out, right? The falcon is talking about victory. If you jump on it, you're going to be victorious. You will. So when the dragonfly comes forward, there's a change in the air, right? There is. Look at this. Opportunities and change, just like the woodpecker said. There might be a loved one who is reaching out to you in spirit. A lot of times dragonflies are that. They're spirits coming forward to speak. They're telling you to pay attention to omens. They're telling you that the transformation that is happening to you, you've got the ability to transform into something magical and beautiful, like the 3 little harbingers of hope are demonstrating. Look at them laughing and playing and dancing around. That's magic. This is all water magic where I am right now. The dragonfly says that you've got whatever you need, everything you need to prosper. And if you ever get to the place where you're feeling kind of stalled or static, call on the dragonfly to lift you out of the water, out of the emotional waters, out of the mud, lift you up and dance with the swallows. Are you stuck in a swampy area of the past? It's time to rise above it. Are you disconnected from the light within you, this brilliant, beautiful light? Are you disconnected? This is healing, loving energy. Are you disconnected from the light? Are you hanging out with the dirt people? Have you been there too long? It's time for you to balance yourself. Look within. And you're reminded that life is too short to be anything but happy, like those little dancers and the aerial dancers are telling you. Let go of your burdens. It's time to fly. It's time to fly. Okay. So now we're going to go to the dove. That was a message that connected to the red hawk. So now we're going to go to the dove. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the dove of prophecy, the dove of family harmony, the dove of peace, the dove of signs and omens, because when the waters have receded enough, the dove brings back an olive branch. Right? So it might be time to extend an olive branch in peace towards somebody. Has there been difficulties? You need to speak. Ooh, check it out. We're upright again. The gift. A present, an offer, nurturance, growth, potential. Well, at first we saw, oh my goodness. That was magic. I'm in Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. I'm in Magic Land. I'm in Robin Hood's lair, I swear. And when I rhyme, it's the truth. I'm in Robin Hood's lair, I swear. Okay, so we saw the fairy man, the beautiful man, right? That was wanting to support the girl. And here you see this little gnome. He's offering her his love too, his support. She is all giggly looking for it, but he's shy. He doesn't feel like what he has is enough to offer her. What's interesting to me is I said I'm in Robin Hood's lair, I swear. This is the same person. This is the same. He doesn't see himself the way she sees him. He sees himself this way. Either because of what he has to offer, and he doesn't think that it's much, or because he doesn't see himself the way the world actually shows that he really truthfully is. He's picturing himself as this awkward little gnome that doesn't have much to offer. Sorry, my stuff is dropping in the water. Everything's dropping. Okay, you need to stop. You need to give me a break here. Come on. Okay, so I say it's the same person. It could be a person, or it could be just an offer. Somebody is bringing a gift. Okay, there's a gift coming forward. And it might even not look like much of a gift to you. It's just a posy. It's just a flower. Another dove landed over there. There's a pair there now. There's the pair. So there is a connection here with these ones. Sorry, as I readjust. I don't want my book and my cards to get ruined here. Okay. So, 4, angels all around you, completely guided, protected, and loved. No reason for fear. We're saying that to this one because he looks a little concerned, doesn't he? 7, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path and you pay attention to the messages that we've been getting and you act on the opportunity that's been presented to you, you will be successful. It will exceed your expectations. That's what the number 7 says. So, whatever is being offered here, it could be friendship, it could be love, it could be abundance of some sort. Whatever it is, she's going to benefit from it. The gnomes are very connected to the earth. They come from the earth. So this is a very grounded, natural, easygoing person. It's like a Virgo personality, earthy individual. I like that. I said I was in Robin Hood's lair, right? So this is the type of individual. And whatever it is that comes forward, I'm going to have to move out of here. I'm kind of concerned that the owner up above is going to come down here, and I don't want him to talk to me. He's really, really nice, but he's kind of like my landlord, right? He just comes and talks when I'm trying to do my reading. So I'm going to move myself over here a little bit. We might need to go up a little closer to Captain Hook's landing. So whenever this gift comes forward to you, it might feel like it's not a big offer. It might appear small, but Spirit wants you to work with the gift. Whatever this gift is that's coming forward, they want you to work with it. It's actually more grand than you realize, than you may realize. This person is very down to earth, and the offer that they make you is going to be a good offer. They're going to present you with something. And this person is often very underestimated. Remember I said yesterday, in yesterday's reading, Spirit said, you're about to be chosen. And I'm like, where is it? You said it was coming. Where is it? We have to give it a few minutes, right? But this is confirmation again that you're about to be offered something by this very down-to-earth person, this very grounded person, this underestimated person. So what they offer you might not seem much at the time. It might be that they want to protect you. It might be that they want to help you with the skills that you have, right? Work with the gifts that you have. They don't want anything from you except for your friendship. A lot of times we feel like, you know, if something's offered to us, something's expected. Oh, they got a hook, right? Oh, there's a catch. But Spirit says there's no catch, there's no hook. This is a generous offer. This is just, I just want to be your friend. It's kind of like my landlord. He put my boat in the water and did it all up. He didn't want anything. He just wants my friendship. It's really nice. So instead of moving very, very quickly, Spirit's telling us right now, because of the sign of this little guy, it's about, I've been hearing a lot about the need to get grounded. Don't move so quickly, right? You don't have to do everything all at once. It's like one step at a time. Don't go from one project to another. If you feel like you don't have enough funds right now, that's okay. Don't be hooked on that. Understand that when this gift comes forward, you're going to be assisted in some way. Something to do with your well-being, your health, your transformation, as I said, helping you with your gifts. I don't know what it will be for each of us. It's going to be something different. It could be that this is an olive branch. The dove, remember I said another one landed over there that came and joined them? Joined the other one? And she was singing. And I said, is there something that you need to say? Because when the dove comes forward, there's an olive branch. Maybe you haven't been speaking to someone. You need to speak your piece, right? So it could be that. This could be an extension of you know, peace. Let's make up. Peaceful revolution. Peaceful revolution. Peaceful revolution. I like that. I like that. I like a peaceful revolution. Spirit wants us to be sacred rebels, but this might be a resolution to an argument. It's kind of like my daughter, when she wasn't speaking to me. She wasn't speaking for a really long time, and she has a really hard time getting herself out of stuff like that. You know, she did something, and I got upset with her. And so her way of handling it is to get upset back and not speak for months. But she was lonely and she hated it and she didn't know how to dig her way out of it. So the way she did it was she started sending me pictures of my grandson. He got a new basketball hoop and that was her little olive branch. And I understood it and I jumped on it. I don't want to have a problem with my daughter. I love her. Just because I had to set a boundary doesn't mean I don't love you, right? So it could be that. There's a little offering. But that little offering, remember, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. It opened the door again for us to start communicating again. That was a big deal. So it could be that's coming forward. Whatever this proposal is in your life, it's going to be helpful for you. Gosh, I have a hard time even looking at this. I'm looking at the card, and yet I don't even want to look at the card because I'm looking all around. I've got butterflies dancing in the air. I've got the blue crane going by. We had the falcon. We've got a pair of doves. We've got the barn swallows. Everybody's coming. And do you notice that they come to reiterate what we're speaking about or to emphasize what we're speaking about? It's amazing to me. I love this place. This woman, whoever owns this property, I wish I owned this property. This is my property. This is where I came when I first came here. Gosh, sometimes money is a really big deal, you know? I would have loved to have claimed this as my own. Don't do well away from the water. What am I going to do with the ruby slipper in Arizona? Right? I don't know. Okay, so that's the message that we have right here. Basically, make the most of it, whatever it is. Allow it to come. So let's go now to the spirit of the animals. And let me put this back because I'm going to put it between my knees again while I shuffle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. What is the card, the accompanying card for the dove? What is the accompanying card for the dove? Correct for neutrality. Now, this one. Raven, Shaman. The raven is about magic and miracles. So you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of the mysteries. Looks like Idlewild behind. Can you see the bear in the mountain? The nose, the eyes? I see a bear very clearly. Up in Idlewild, there's a totem pole that I always take pictures of as I go by. And that big mountain, it's called Devil's Pike's Peak, or the Devil's Pike, or something like that. Right behind it. Looks just like that. Interesting. My friend Tony is the raven, and he lives right behind there. So that's interesting for me. So, Raven Shaman, you are the creator. So as I said, we are the creator. We are the magician. We all have the tools that we need to move forward. I've got my back to the land, and I need to turn us around. No, I need to turn us around somehow, but I guess I'll just leave it for a second. So, as I said, the raven talks about magic. And when the raven shows up, magic is near. They're also a messenger from the void, from the other side. They talk to us about our own magic and the way that we're able to manifest. They talk to you about your own powerful subconscious mind and how you are able to bring down from the depths up energy to help inspire others and help create your own dreams and help others also. Ravens are really smart. They're very, very intelligent. They know how to use tools. That's why they're the magician. And the raven people don't fear darkness. They understand that there's a lot to be learned in the dark when there's so many that are afraid of going in and seeing what's in the darkness. So the raven they're also very creative and they're very playful. They love to play with one another. They are soulmates. They mate for life. They can speak many languages as well. So it's telling you that you've got the ability to access your subconscious mind and get the gifts that Spirit has hidden for you there. If the raven is your totem, this is about meditating and going deep in order to pull on that reservoir of wisdom that you have within yourself and bring it back into the light. That's our job, to do that. So as the raven, if the raven comes forward, have you forgotten the magic that you hold? Have you forgotten how magical that we are? I spoke about this to my landlord yesterday. I said, you know, these people, there's a snowy egret, same relative of the crane and the heron, same message. I spoke about the witches' coven, and I said, I don't want anything to do with those witches. I don't want anything to do with that coven. And I said, what they have is magic. It is. But they're working with black magic because they're working with dark energy. We work with the light, but we all have magic within us. It's just energy. It's our energy. So have you forgotten about the magic that you hold within you? Have you allowed your energy to bring you over to the dark side instead of staying within the light? Team light. We don't want to be team dirt. We want to be team light, right? Have you been responsible with the magic that you have? Because we can make things happen. I told you, I can manifest things. I can take somebody's home away from them and give it to me. I was manifesting that until I realized what I was doing, and I had to stop that, right? Don't manipulate and maneuver to get what you want at the expense of another person. That's not okay. It always must be, if it's in the highest good of all involved, I will this to happen. I have manifesting abilities. You do as well. Make sure that you're operating from a place of honor, however. Okay, I'm going to put you guys down, and I'm going to move us. And then we're going to go to, so who did we have? We had the red hawks, we had the doves, we have the falcon, and we had the cormorant, right? Okay. And then we had the barn swallow show up. So we did the red hawk and we did the dove. I say let's do the falcon, because falcon speaks about victory. I'm ready for some victory. I'm sure you are too. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Whoa. I like being in my little cove. I love it here. I want this woman's property. Okay. So let's go to the fairy oracle again. The wild wisdom of the fairies. That mallard's on the go, man. That mallard's a busy boy. I keep seeing that single mallard flying around. All right, correct for neutrality. And now the dove girl, she's singing out loud, because she's me, I guess. These are all my messengers that have come to me as I'm speaking. So where's my great horned owl? Are you up in the tree hanging out? That great horned owl is pretty freaking cool. He's come and landed right on my patio. He landed across from my patio on the neighbor's house, but before that he landed right above me on the railing. I mean, what is it called? On the gutter, right above my roof. I couldn't get over it. I was losing my mind. They're so majestic. And when I was floating here in the summer, I heard, look up, and he was right there. Didn't make a sound. He'd been there watching me the whole time. Stinker. You've been watching me the whole time. I know. Okay. For those who chose the falcon, and I did, because hell, I want victory too. Here we go. Uh-oh, we got it in reverse. Stolen in her sleep. Unaware, unconscious, unawakened. Okay, look at all this. This is someone who's afraid of the dark. This is someone who's afraid of sleeping. This is someone who, as you sleep, look at all those little trolls. Remember I said those people were asleep. Remember? As soon as I said that, there was a great burst of activity as far as the birds breaking free. The ones that kept trying to attach to me and infect me with their dirt energy, I called them trolls. And this one has been unconsciously stolen in her sleep, or him, right? Remember the cormorants who are feeling obligated to do what their family wants them to do, even if it's not in the highest light? Those could be your troll family. And you see, she's sleeping there. You see, she's innocent. She's white. She's pure. And she's resting. 1, keep your thoughts positive. So you've got negative thoughts. You've got fears about something. 5, there's been difficulty around you. There's been arguments, disagreements, challenges, negative energy. And so because of that, there's a need for change. And there is going to be now a significant change. That's what the number 5 means. There's going to be change now. It's going to be for the better. And if you put 1 and 5 together, it's 6. Now, interesting, we are coming and speaking from the the falcon, because the falcon, I said, represents victory, right? Well, the number 6 says, don't be so focused on the material world. Don't be so worried about this material world. Don't fear this material world. You can connect with your magic of your raven inside of you, the spirit world, right? But it also, if you were working with tarot cards, number 6 represents victory. It's the victory and success card. So that shows success. And we are speaking about the falcon, which speaks about victory. So this represents that someone has not been fully awake to what has been happening. I said this one that was not awake, they were sleepwalkers, right? And we were trying to show you that we're coming from a place of love, but we can't wake people up. They have to wake up when they're ready to wake up. And this one has been unaware of what's going on. They have been asleep to something that's been going on around them. They've been enchanted, spelled. Now, I told you that you can use, and that's what these ones have been using, sex spells. They've been using binding spells with their intentions. I told you I can make things happen. I can hold people. I can take people's property. I can make things happen with my energy. These people know the energy that they're exuding, and the thing is, they're able to do it more so over their family because they're connected energetically. And that's what's going on. That's why I said these trolls. This could be family members, right? They've conditioned you. They don't want you to go outside of their belief system. So you're stuck in this programming and this fear of transforming and being who you are. But it's time for her to be transformed, or him. This one's going to awaken again and realize it's been a long time. And I'm going to be grateful to be awake. I'm going to feel what I need to do. I'm going to feel that intensely because I'm an empath, and I have I feel my way. I feel my way through life. I'm going to feel again the right thing to do. This is going to be a rebirth for me, and it's going to be very safe. I'm knowing I'm doing the right thing because I'm going to be coming from my heart. I'm not going to allow the trolls to hold me down. The dirt people, right? That's who they are, the dirt people. But this message is you refuse to undergo this looking at yourself, this going deep in order to awaken yourself. You're resisting the chance that you have to wake up and realize what everything is really all about. You're allowing yourself to stay in the dull, boring routine. You're fearing the things that you've learned, that it's going to hurt you, because that's what you've been told. Religion's told you that. Tradition has told you, don't think outside the box. You've mistrusted. You feel that you don't have a connection to the spiritual. You're more connected to the physical. And that's why the number 1 and 5 is 6. Don't be so connected to the physical. You're fearing the spiritual life. You're afraid to wake up. But look who's holding you down. Trolls, dirt people. You're ready to awaken. You have a choice. Unfortunately, you're in this place right now. And like I said, I was connected to someone who is in this place. And because this person is refusing to awaken, refusing to trust, refusing to reach out, refusing to step away from tradition and family, and allowing themselves to stay in the grip of those trolls, I connected. Their energy was able to get to me through this one, because I connect to this one. And I can't love you awake. I can't fix you. It's you that has to awaken. It's you that has to remember and feel your way back through to the light and remember who you are. That's the way it is, you know? We can want our family and loved ones to wake up. We a lot of times people don't even realize they've gone back to sleep. Sometimes they had been awakened, but they weren't fully awakened. They still had fear around them. And that conditioning, just like the cormorants, right? One by one they went and they followed. And they were still kind of holding on. Some of them were still holding back. But when that one leader went and said it's time to go, they all left except for the one. Except for the one. Be the one. Be the one and you will be victorious. We're talking about the falcon here, right? The falcon. You can be victorious. You have to let go of your fear. Allow yourself to reawaken. Tap into your feelings again. You have dulled your feelings. Sometimes people are afraid of their gifts, or afraid of allowing others to see that they have these gifts. And so they dull their senses with sex. They dull their senses with drugs, with alcohol, with work. They dull they dull their senses so that they can sleep without being bothered by it. But you need to feel again. So what is the message from the animals they want to speak to you in regards to? Wow, this is the one that fell down face up. I knew this was coming out. This is interesting to me. So the penguin, I've been seeing a lot. I watched a movie the other night. Actually, it's a series. It's really cute. It's in this really cool town that's outside of Ontario, Canada. What is it called? I can't think of the name of the series, but they live in an aquarium, the family. House burned down and they were given this aquarium to live in, this old aquarium that had gone dry, right? Nobody was running it, but there's a penguin that lives there. So I've been seeing the penguin for quite a while. And the penguin is telling you to reach out to your tribe in times of need. Well, we already got that already today, right? We've already been told this, don't be afraid to reach out. Don't feel, and if your tribe is just one person and you're a man, don't be ashamed to reach out for help, because that's what we got. Somebody wants to support you. Somebody wants to be there to help you at this time. And you've got to get past the ego pride. So reach out to your tribe. Family gives you support when you face the storm, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's your birth family. It could be soul family. Now, for some, it could be your family, right? You stop speaking to people because you did something wrong. You did something wrong. They got upset, and instead of being facing the music and dropping your pride and dealing with that, it's that saying. Funny how somebody will stop speaking to you when they've done something wrong to you. They would rather stop speaking to you than apologize. Have you been this? And you need your family? My daughter needed me back, right? It took her a long time. It took her 6 months, and I kept trying, right? You could be your family that you need to reach out to. But it's also talking about loving your uniqueness. You look at the penguins, that little penguin in the show, it's so cute. He waddles around, it's super cute. And you think about the fact that we saw the blue heron that went by and then the snowy egret. They are talking about loving your uniqueness. You're very different than other people. This is the energy that when you embrace who you are, as the blue heron or as the snowy egret, you don't care what other people think. You don't care to dance to their beat. You don't care to follow all the cormorants as they go off. You're not going to follow that tribe. You're going to follow your soul's tribe, your soul's calling. You're going to be embracing your uniqueness. You love that. You're full of surprises. You're breaking free from others' expectations. Just like that cormorant. They all thought he was going to go. They all thought he was going to go. For sure he's going to go, but he didn't go, did he? He's like, hell no, it's Sunday and I'm going to freaking enjoy the sun. I'm enjoying the sun right now. I'm not moving. So that's what Penguin is asking you to do. Embrace your, oh, hawk just flew out, so I'm wondering if somebody's going to get that message. I'll put this over here. Okay, I wonder what that was. That was an animal. That was a large animal. It's on the other side of us. I'm going to just wait. I'm just going to wait. Did you hear it? I don't know what it is. Okay, so Penguin. I think of the emperor. You know, you talk about the in tarot, if you're talking about you want to have to be with the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, right? That's the most emotional, loving energy. But the emperor rules kings. The emperor is where you want to be. And what's interesting about this is the emperor penguin is the one who takes care of the babies. The male, they have a different role than other of the animal kingdom. They care for the children. They have a very unique role, and that's what this is speaking about, your unique place in the world. They're not great flyers, but they can go shooting through the water and jump up 6 to 8 feet in the air to land on the shore. They're amazing. They're very strong swimmers, and on land they're a little awkward, right? They can see better underwater than on land, so it talks about the access to your subconscious mind and understanding what's there. And like I said, they've got role reversal, right? The male penguins sit on the eggs while the female goes out and hunts. That's why I said, don't be ashamed if you have a female that wants to be your support system. And right as I said that is a woodpecker. It's a woodpecker right there. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you. There is someone that wants to help you. They're flying to your rescue. The dove, right, that wants peace and harmony. Don't be ashamed. In this role, it's the female that is the one that's the hunter. So it's about role reversal sometimes, and it's about examining your circumstances. They're asking you to break free from what you expect of yourself. Adapt and change. Find your tribe, right? Sometimes you're feeling awkward and out of place, but you don't need to feel this way. You may be feeling awkward and out of your place because you haven't gone to your tribe. You're hanging out with the dirt people, with the trolls. So you need to accept yourself. And there's no right way of doing things. There's no, it needs to be done this way. You know, oh, this is the role. In society, it's the male that does this. It's not the female. But remember that little gnome that was coming forward to offer her. He didn't have much to offer her, but she wanted what he had. There wasn't a looking down at him. There wasn't, and then the other one you saw, that was the typical role, right? With a guy leaning on the girl. That was the typical man rescues woman. It's not what it is. And that's definitely confirmation. It's not what it is. I believe that in love, we rescue each other. We're there to support one another. That's truthfully what a friendship and a true friendship is. And all love starts with friendship. It should. So this is about not looking at the roles the way society thinks that they should be. Finding people like you. Are you feeling disconnected? Join a club. Get in with the flow. It talks about storms of life that have happened, but you've made it through, and you will. And you're not to worry what others think of you. You're supposed to let go and love yourself for who you are. Have you been hiding your inner beauty? Because remember, that little troll, it was the same person that we saw that woman leaning up against, but he doesn't see himself that way. He doesn't see his own inner beauty. He might see himself like a dirt person, but he's not. And she knows that. That's what Penguin's telling you. Okay, I like that. The last messenger is Hawk because it flipped out, so we will use that as the last messenger. But right now, what was the last? We had Falcon, Red Hawk, Dove, Cormorant. Okay, pick the Cormorant. For the one who stood on his own, for the one who wasn't going to end up following the masses. And he had up until now. He was sitting there with all of them, right? But today, he's going to decide he's not going to do it. He's not going to. Because why? Because we get to change our minds. Because he's awakening. He's choosing to reawaken and remember the magic within him. And remember that I don't need to work for you and have you take from me. Put all my blood, sweat, and tears into something and not even keep it for myself. I just work to support you. I'm not going to do that anymore. Correct for neutrality for all of those who chose the Cormorant. Right on. It's upright. Catch me. I love this. And there's the ravens to assist you. So catch me. Trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. Well, this is the Fool. I like this. This is the Fool. This is, she's falling. She's jumping off there with no shoes, with no net. She's not even looking. People would say she's ill-equipped. Oh my God, you don't even have shoes on, you don't have a parachute, you've got no net beneath you, but the ravens are assisting you. Spirit is holding up your skirt. They're letting you have their wings. They're giving you wings to fly. The number one, thoughts positive, you're thinking positive, elevate your thoughts to a place of happiness, positivity, optimism. The number three, full circle completion. As a cormorant, it's come full circle. You're complete. You're done. You're done with this way of life. Now you're going to take this chance. You're going to jump off. You're going to go. You're going to offer that little olive branch in order to come closer to your tribe. You're not going to worry about the traditional roles that man needs to have this and women needs to do that. You recognize the gifts in one another and you complement one another. You're going somewhere. You're going for something. You're going into the unknown. You are that one that's awakened. Remember the one that was sleeping there with all of the little ghouls and the dirt people that were holding on to you? Well, you're waking up. You've decided, I'm going to go. I'm going to allow myself to feel. I'm going to embrace the magic. And I know that I don't know what's down there. I don't know what's in front of me, but Spirit's telling me to jump, and I'm going to do it. And I know that if I do this, they will give me wings to fly. It's time to take a chance. Other people might think it's risky. But if it's now, the time is now. That's why we keep getting the opportunity knocking. That's why we keep getting the woodpecker showing up, right? Take a chance. And it might feel, for some people, they might think that you're nuts. You're crazy. This may be you leaving your job. You're working with the dirt people, right? You're laying there, you're sleepwalking with the dirt people. And they think you're nuts. What are you doing? You're going to leave this job? You're going to go off into what? You don't even know that. You don't know that situation. You're leaving a safe job, or maybe you're going to jump into a relationship. Maybe you're the one, you're the little gnome that's going to offer your love to this one. You're going to jump first, full feet ahead, without thinking, arms wide open, heart open. I'm going. There's been storms all around me, but it's time. It's time for me to go. You're going to jump into that relationship without looking at all of the sides and all of the hidden information. You don't know that person well enough, but you're going with your feeling. My mom and dad got married after 3 weeks. They met 3 weeks later, they were married. They knew they were going to get married before that. They got married in 3 weeks. They were married 30 years, right? So when you have a feeling, when you know, you're not crazy. You don't see the risk. You're acting in faith and courage. You're trusting. You know that this is the only path that you're supposed to take. And so when you act and you're following Spirit's guidance, when you follow Spirit's guidance, now this could be a relationship, this could be a job, you know what this applies to in your life, and Spirit's telling you it's time. You've been getting more and more and more messages and confirmation about this, signs, right? And you have a feeling. That's the thing. That's what Spirit wants us to dig down deep. And what are we feeling? Well, your feeling is that it's time. It's time for me to go. I have a feeling that this is right for me. I'm not going to act out of fear, and because of that, the fears won't be realized. My feet are bare, and I'm leaving a safety zone. But the feet, when I land, I'm going to land on a healing path. I'm going to land on the path that Spirit has set me forward on. And I'm going to go into an adventure, and I may not know of it. I may not know where I'm going. That's confirmed. You may not know of it. I'm going to go on an adventure, and you may not know of it. Okay? So there's something coming that we may not know. This may be the thing that we're chosen. Remember where we're chosen before? We were going to be something that we wanted that was going to now come forward and choose us. Maybe it's going to be coming in a form. Oh, they're together. The two doves, can you see them? They joined each other. The male came. The woman was going, hoo, hoo, and the ka, that was the male. They're both up there. I don't know if you can see them. She just flew over to sit next to him. Okay, so that's what I just said. You were about to be chosen, right? And there's the dog barking. Dog represents best friend, loyalty, love, friendship, devotion, protection. Ooh, these are all coming together. So this is what's happening here. You're not going to worry about what other people think. You're not going to be stuck and held up in your pride. You're going to take a leap with your faith. And those storm clouds, they're gathering around you. It could be the dirt people. These could be the dirt people, the family, the organization, the company, the friends that are telling you, you're out of your mind. What are you, nuts? But you're focused on what you're listening to. You're listening to the spiritual connection that you have. You're following your inner voice. You're moving ahead. This is amazing. You're going to take a great risk, but only in the eyes of others. In the eyes of Spirit, you're following your soul's path. Don't be afraid, and don't push away what your soul's longing for. You know what it is. I got to see who's over here. We've had so many animal messengers. I freaking love it. Gosh, this woman is blessed to have this cove. Amazing. I'm going to have to meet her and let her know that this is called Dreaming with Dragonfly's Cove. It's on Facebook. Hold on, I want to see who's over there. Gosh, we're stuck. I'm going to have to back up. All right. Have over here. Oh, it's a coot. Hello, you little coot. So the coot is the one that eats the debris along the side. Right here, see, there's nothing much left. And that's the message. It's going out into the lake. So when you see the coot, the message is there's some things that you still need to clean up before you move forward. Right? Some debris, some baggage that you need to work through and release, but there's nothing left. This has all been cleaned out, and now you're going free into the lake. Okay, so now the last message that comes to us from the Spirit Oracle, it flipped up, and it's appropriate, so I'm going to take it because it literally made its appearance, is the hawk, the messenger. This is what I was named by Spirit when I was asked to take this spiritual work. The red hawk came to me as the totem, and the red hawk is also a symbolization of Archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger. The red hawk says, we're sending you a message. Open your greater vision to see the signs. We got signs all around. We got so many signs today. I mean, good Lord, we've got signs. Focus on your priorities. Eliminate the distractions. You got a bright future. Let yourself ascend. Ascend to new heights. It's time. It's time to go. You've got the ancestors looking over you. You've got the ancient ones looking down. Look at the sun, the divine masculine. Embrace the divine masculine and move forward. The divine masculine within yourself, which represents forward movement. And the sun is all about growth and new beginnings. Talks about courage, clear sight. They have an incredible vision. They can see a mouse from 500 feet in the air. Talks about discernment, swiftness, intensity, premonitions. So you could be having visions. You could be having dreams that are showing you things. I have. My dreams last night were crazy. They were so lucid. I was, I don't know if I want to say what I was watching. It was sexual, and I saw naked body parts. And as soon as I saw that, look at the gnats. Do you see them all up by the, I don't know if you can see them, it's like a cloud. It's really incredible. And right there, we've got flying in the air, the biggest white feather. It's just a feather. The birds are trying to go at it. The swallows are diving at it. Oh, that swallow just grabbed it in its mouth. It grabbed it in its mouth. How interesting. It was a feather. Whenever feathers appear, angels are near. So I looked up at the gnats because I was supposed to look up and see that. Floating in the sky was just one giant white feather, and the harbinger of hope grabbed that feather. So grab on to Spirit's signs and messages. Grab it and go with it. Enjoy and happiness. Pay attention to all the signs that are coming up around us. The hawk is the messenger of the gods. So we saw that angel feather. That was a giant angel feather. It was almost like, it looked like a white heron's feather flying in the sky all by itself. Incredible. So the messenger of the gods is telling you, you need to be aware right now. It could be a warning. There's details maybe that you have missed. Something might be at play in your life that you need to watch out for. Hawks mate for life, so they speak about fidelity here. They're very, very secure, and they keep their nests are very high, and they don't build their nests in a place for chance. It's built in a place that they know they're secure and safe. So they're a protective one as well. So the hawk, I am the red hawk. I'm very, very protective of ones I love, right? And the cousin to the hawk is the osprey, which is also a messenger, very protective. Also a diving eagle, able to dive down under the water. So they're telling you to watch out right now. Keep a sharp eye open. They talk about your future being bright as you see the sun behind the wing of the hawk. So you want to be optimistic. Optimism is one of the main features of the red hawk. They want you to be smart with the time that you have in your life. Use it purposefully. Study what's going on. Study what's going on. This is my way of studying, right? I come out here, and this is like a huge learning lesson for me. I just watch the animals. I'm a shaman, so I work with the animal messengers, and they're asking you to do that. Study, learn. What are they trying to say to you? Everybody has a different view. You know, my friend Joseph is a shaman as well. He reads the animal messengers differently than I do. Some of them we read similar, but others, and it depends on what's going on, what they're doing, and how they're behaving, right? How does it speak to you? Don't listen to me and say that that's what it has to mean, right? Just because to me the number 6 has always been shown not to be so concerned and worried about finances or the material world or worrying about the things that happenings of the material world, to keep more focused on spirit. It doesn't mean that to you, it doesn't mean victory, because it means that too. It just depends on what I'm thinking at the time or what you're thinking at the time. Right now I'm seeing Black Hawk down, but the Black Hawk's up in the air. We're talking about hawks. I had a hawk fly over my window yesterday, my car window. I have never had one come so close to me. How it didn't hit me, I don't know. But the helicopter reminds me of that hawk that flew in front of my car. It wasn't a red hawk, it was dark, like that. A helicopter is able to come in and go down where a big plane is not. Their rescue operation, right? To me, that's like spirit coming to the rescue, or someone coming to the rescue. I heard in my dreams the other night, I feel like rescuing someone. Remember? And how I talked about the couple, we rescue each other. You rescue one another by being a friend. You rescue another from their place of sadness. You rescue another from their place of boredom. You rescue another by alerting them to pay attention to the signs and omens around them. You rescue them. You rescue each other. Oops, I put away my hawk. Sorry, I put my foot down. My foot was falling asleep. So the hawk people are obviously very, very sharp. They see the details. I see all the details around me. I'm constantly being pulled in a million different directions. That might have been what people would have called attention deficit growing up. I don't know. But I was telling one of my clients, you know, when I was a child, I was told I talked too much. I moved too quickly. I spoke too fast. I was all over the place, looking all over the place. And I said, you know, all those things that I was told were wrong, actually Spirit has used every single one of those gifts that I have in my work. I have to speak quickly. People pay by the minute to talk to me, right? It's important that I see a million different things at once because I'm being given a bunch of different messages. The one that was making noise right now was the woodpecker. So the woodpecker is really, really screaming out that there is an opportunity right now. This is one of the signs that Hawk is saying, don't miss this. Don't miss this opportunity, right? There's success to be had here. You need to focus. In order for you to have the best outcome, you need to move forward like the fool. You need to spend wise time studying in whatever way you study, right? Some people, oh gosh, what are you? Hold on, there's a new bird up there. The sun's in my eyes. Hold on a second. There's that bird. It's big. It's a big bird, and it's in the tree up there, so it's different than all of these. It could be a green heron, a night heron. Interesting. So coming out of the dark in the middle of the daytime. I like that. So you may be coming out of the dark in regards to something. You may be waking up to something. The wind will guide you. The wind is what you're supposed to follow, right? The winds of change. Work with the winds of change. You're stronger than you think you are. You can fly higher than you think you can. That's why the hawk is called the messenger of the gods. You're braver than you believe that you are. Little gnome, you think you see yourself in that way, but that's not who you really are. That's just who you are when you're asleep, to the magic and the raven within you, right? That's actually your humility, which is actually a very beautiful thing. But you are much stronger, braver, wiser, and more beautiful than you understand. So the hawk is asking, have you lost your bird's eye view? Are you missing the obvious? Is there something obvious in front of you that you're missing? It's time to get more focused. Are you supposed to get more focused on your family, your spiritual family, your personal family, or the goals in your life that you really want to go to? Are you listening to these messengers and all of the messages that they're bringing forward? They want to be heard. They're going to keep coming in many different ways. Are you paying attention? Or has your emotion clouded your perception? Have you gotten to the place where you're not seeing what's really clear in front of you? You're emotional. Why are you emotional? You have the ability, like the osprey, to dive down under emotional waters and emerge safe and sound. But maybe you've allowed yourself to get a little waterlogged by being that cormorant, diving down with that ring around your neck, working for the dirt people, right? You're over-emotional. You need to, like the dragonfly, come out of the nymph stage, get on land, get on solid ground, get grounded. That was one of our messages. Get grounded and allow your wings to dry out so that you can fly, because you're ready. You're more ready than you realize. A lot of times the fool is taking that leap. It doesn't mean you're not going to be nervous. It just means you're going for it. You trust it. You trust what Spirit's telling you. So that's our message for the falcon. No, the cormorant. Sorry. Actually, it's for all. They all come together. I hate to leave this little cove. There's so much going on, but the wind's starting to come. The winds of change are starting to come, and when the winds come, it's hard for me to row back across the lake. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this. If anybody would like help with a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. I'd be honored. I hope you're out somewhere beautiful like this, enjoying the day. I am enjoying this. This is a good idea. I'm going to tell my landlord thank you. I don't know why I don't listen to him sooner. You know, there's a message in there in itself. We've been given messages, right? And we're not listening, we're not paying attention. So start paying attention, because when you do, listen to the guidance that comes to you through friends, through messages, through the animal messengers. It's beautiful. Wonderful things happen for you. All right, I'll let you guys go. And we'll take one scan around and let's see. Hold on. Anybody out here that we need to see? Is that a raven that's just landed in that tree? I think we've probably seen enough. I mean, it would be pretty magical if we could see the great horned owl, but he's hiding out right now. All right, people. I'll let you go. I love you. Bye.